Hi everyone, my name is Brette Butler and I am here today to talk to you about some great books with stories that take place in the United States during the 1800s. Two of the books are set during the time of the Civil War and the other book is set during the 1870s in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I know that history may not be your favorite topic, but these stories contain great adventures of people that have the same type of feelings that you and I do. Life may be different back then, but the longing for adventure remains in these characters. The first book I'm going to start off with starts in the state of Mississippi, right there in the United States. It is called How I Found the Strong by Margaret McMullan and is set starting in the spring of 1861 when the Civil War is beginning and men young and old are signing up for the war. Frank Russell, or also known as Shanks, watches his brother and father sign up for the war and he longs to go and sign up as well. But he is too young and has to remain at home to care for his mother and his grandmother and his grandfather. Hard times come during the war while his father is away and food is lacking and supplies are lacking. And his grandpa ends up leaving, so he is the only male to care for his mother and grandmother. Questions remain for Shanks as to whether he'll see his father and brother again. He wonders if the war is worth fighting for, and he wonders why the war is even being fought. He befriends people that he never thought he would. People like a Confederate deserter and also the family slave. He wonders if he can keep up with all these changes that are going on. And he grows up quickly. And you can find out more in the book How I Found the Strong by Margaret McMullan. The next story takes place in the western part of the United States, in New Mexico, in Santa Fe, in 1870. It is called The Staircase by Ann Rinaldi. It is about a girl named Lizzie Enders, and she spends 2 months on the Santa Fe Trail traveling with her family. Her mother dies on the way and she is left by her father at the girls' school run by the Sisters of Loretto in Santa Fe. She finds herself caught with many Catholics and she is of Methodist faith. The nuns are always praying to St. Joseph to miraculously give them a staircase. Every day she's made fun of and she doesn't feel like she has many friends, but she finds friends in the most unexpected of places. And she meets a man who is trying to find work, and he is a carpenter and his name is Jose. And she goes and asks the bishop, can you give him work and let him build the staircase? In this book, there are many miracles that occur, and Lizzie has to learn the way of forgiveness. And you can read more in The Staircase by Ann Rinaldi. The last story goes back to the East Coast during the Civil War in Virginia. I am a 14-year-old boy living in Virginia. My father is dying and he's on his deathbed, and I make him a promise that I will not join the war and I will stay home and care for my family. But once he passes away and I'm stuck with my family, we find ourselves with no food, no supplies, and no money, and we are desperate. I go against my father's wishes and the promise I made to him, and I go with a Confederate group to deliver supplies to Richmond for the war. I can't resist the adventure, and I can't resist the money that I will make. But I immediately regret my decision when I am captured by Cush, who is a runaway slave, and he is part of the Union troops. I am bound for a prison camp in the north, and I wonder if I'll ever see my family again. You can find out more in the book called In Every Drop of Blood by James Lincoln Collier and Christopher Collier. I encourage you to check one of these 3 books out. Read more about the adventures of these people. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I will be glad to answer them. Thank you for listening today, and enjoy these books.